Hey, um, I've written some comments some people might not believe, but anyway, 1983, I didn't look quite so icky, but oh, I noticed it. But when you're young, and it's sometimes you think, well, I had a feeling that it wasn't good. I had a feeling that had something to do, maybe even with God, the way everything was so hot. And it was too hot, and it had been that way, even though I lived somewhere where it was, regular to be that way. But on my way back and forth to school, in college, I noticed something on the way because sometimes there'd be stops on the way where traffic would build up on the highway, and I noticed in these trees, and I noticed it again, but it was in reference to something a few years back when I looked on another phone. I went through several phones because they've messed them up. I went through several different phones several different times, and it always gets messed up. Anyway, so I'm driving home, and I notice in the trees, uh, I thought it was God's wrath. I really did, but I just, there's other things that bother you when you're busy with life and you're first starting out. So I noted it, and I was going to tell somebody, but things got, I got distracted and I didn't do it. So I was on my way, and I noticed while I slowed down that there was these odd cobwebs in the trees. And trees could be just a plethora of different things. It's sometimes that white oak stuff, and sometimes it's other things. But it was high in the trees. It was like a mass of cobwebs. I thought, oh no, what is it? Is that some kind of moth? Some kind of pestilence? Some kind of spider? And there's other types of it. The medium for which it spreads and what is around, it is scary, but there's ways to stop it. Um, it's spiritual, uh, but it's also sci-fi stuff. So this moss, it's like a cobweb. It's almost like, wow, I'm glad I don't live in Australia. I know they have deadly things out there that are just horrifying to people. But it was in the trees, and later on, in this last 6 years or so, I looked up something on the internet and it stunned me. It was this snail-like creature with things poking out of it, and I don't know if it was reference to that as something new. So anybody wandering the woods or whatever where these things could be, not just that, bodies of water, be careful of them. Just be careful, even pool water. Be careful and try to do as best you can with pets, and, you know, familiar, and do the best you can. But you don't have to, panic about water, but and hope that God will provide and cleanse the earth as we need it cleansed. But be careful, because those things, they're not normal. They've got spikes on them. They look like a snail-like, nautilus-like creature, like big, and spikes coming out of them. But there's other critters, so unnatural ones. So just so you know, be careful if you're wandering around the woods. That's also one of the reasons why game and fish is all messed up, and game is messed up. Be careful traveling. Just be safe. Be careful when you're out there. And if you're going to take a long trip, take extra stuff to get you through just in case you're stuck or something. Have somebody who knows what they're doing about mechanics, about what to do in case you're stopped, how to deal with nature, and where you have to go in case you have to be in nature. Hopefully somebody like that, but be careful about who you trust. Talk to you later. Bye.